Hello guys, DJ Bagpuss here and welcome to some more FUT Champs rewards. Now last week I gave you my first ever FIFA 18 FUT Champions Weekend League rewards. So today I'm bringing you another set of FUT Champions Weekend League rewards and we're going to do it a little bit differently today. What we're going to be doing is first and foremost I'm going to be showing you my FUT Champions rewards and then I'm going to give you kind of an in-depth look and kind of analyse exactly how my weekend league went this weekend, because as you can tell from the title, this literally is the FUT Champions weekend from hell. However, we do have some more rewards for you today. It is Thursday, it is just gone 6 o'clock, and you know what time that is. It is FUT Champs rewards time. Now last week, I said to you that I would tell you in this video the profit that I made from last week. Last week we got 17 wins out of 40 to get ourselves silver one win away from gold, which was slightly frustrating. And you'd think that EA would reward me, with something decent and actually give me, a really kind of insane player. Give me something to smile about. It is a board player. That's always a good start. Argentina, Cap, Bodega, give me Bodega,
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sand.
Yeah. The blood, sweat and tears of playing FUT Champions, 40 stressful games, probably the most stressful games I've ever played as a gamer, and we end up with Ever Banega as our best player. Not great, not actually great rewards at all from Silver 1, but we did make ourselves 41,856,000 coins. So the question is now, where did I finish for this weekend? How many wins do I get? What packs do I have? And, just importantly, did we get any better? Did we do better? Did we actually finish somewhere decent? Silver 2. Absolutely just atrocious. Really. We do, however, have 15,000 coins, 1 rare gold pack and a mega pack. So that's a 25k pack, 35k pack and 15,000 coins. Again, not great at all, but once I tell you exactly what happened this weekend and kind of giving you all my justifications in the second half of this video, it will make a little bit more sense. But this is the worst ever weekend league I've had. Before that, and I've played now, it's my 8th weekend league combining over 2 Fifas, and I've always got, the minimum wins I've ever got before was 16 wins. I've always got between 16 wins and 19 wins. This weekend, 13 wins, losing 27. However, we do have a 25k pack and a 35k pack. I haven't tried to qualify. I literally did 1 attempt and got to the final and lost. So I'm actually taking a break this weekend from FUT Champions. As you see on screen though, your current rank Silver 2, 13 wins, 27 losses. If we look at the monthlies, 30 wins and 50 losses over 80 games. It's not great. It's probably bang average, to win 30 games, to lose 50, it's slightly under average. I'm taking a break. I'm not playing FUT Champions this weekend. So I'd say unless I go 37 and 3 next weekend, then goal 3 is out of the equation. But honestly, I'll be happy with Silver 1. We need 12 wins. I'm definitely going to try and qualify and get Silver 1 next weekend. But I just fancy having a break from it, just playing COD. I'm absolutely obsessed with Call of Duty World War 2 right now. So I just fancy taking a break, chilling out with that. And, I'll take Silver 1. I said, at the minute, I'm kind of the people play between Silver 1 Gold 3. I just really can't be honest playing for Champions this weekend, and I really don't want to play 7 attempts. However, we have got ourselves 2 lovely packs to open, up to 78,000 coins. I need to make a note of that so I actually can work out how many coins we make from once I've sold all these players. So bear with me 2 seconds. So far, my pack luck on FIFA 18 has been pretty atrocious. It has been pretty woeful. We've not really got an insane player, and hopefully we get something decent. So we're on 78,619, and now we can get ourselves into packs. We're going to open this rare gold pack, the most unique gold items, 40% pack, mix of 12 items, you can pay it in silver at least 12 gold, and all rare. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's open the rare gold pack. Come on in, grace me with something good. We want a field ball player, we want guys. Walk out, give me something to scream, to shout about. It is a ball player, that's a good start. Come on in, Ivory Coast, centre back. Bite, give me a bite. Get in, that is a sick ball. That is a fantastic ball. Eric Bite, 84 rated. Get in. Brilliant start, brilliant start. I don't know how much he goes for. Obviously a duplicate. Wells is in here. Zyket, Conte's good. Right, how much does Eric Bite go for? That is a big pull. Big. 32,000 coins. Get in. That is sick. That is sick. I'm buzzing about that. We've made already nearly as much as we made over last week rules, and this is from Silver 2. So we got 4 less wins this weekend, and we actually, we finish with already a better player. Conte can go to the transfer list. These 2 can go to the transfer. These 4 can go to the transfer list, and I'm going to quick sell the rest. Now time for the big boy, and it is that mega pack, 35k pack. An informed human song would be great. We've already made 32,000 coins from Eric Bye. Mega pack, come on, treat me. It is another ball player. Spanish striker Morata. Alvaro Morata, 84 rated as well. That is sick. That is incredible. How much does Morata go for? Well, let's not get too carried away. Okay, maybe that's not that good. 4.5k though, so that's 36k. We've made more this week, 100%. I need all of these contracts and all of these fitness cards. So that's sick. Get rid of these as well. They will sell. And come on, EA. Servers are a little bit dodgy. There we go. Quick sell that. And Raheem Sterling. Get in. Raheem Sterling can go to the transfer list. All of these can go to the transfer list as well. Press Y. That is sick. That is our FUT Champions rewards, Silver 2, and we've made a decent amount of coins. If we look at the trade pile, again, we have made like Morata, we've got Sterling, we've got ourselves Eric Bailly, Zyket again, which we packed last week in our rewards, and we've got 2 position modifiers. I'm going to sell all of that, and then I'll let you guys know how much we made. So guys, after literally selling everything from our FUT Champions Award, I can give you that our final total and the total profit that was accumulated from Silver 2 FUT Champions Awards was 45,256. Yeah, 45,256. We actually made 4,000 more coins than last week. We only made 41,756. So this week we've made 4,000 more coins. Again, it's just EA logic really. You lose 4 less games and you get 4,000 more coins. It makes literally no sense to perform worse in EA's most competitive mode and get better rewards and make more coins. It's just, again, it's just the luck of the draw, really. And Eric Bailly, incidentally, I think Eric Bailly is kind of the best player that we've packed this year in terms of value. Like in my first FIFA 18 pack opening, we packed winning, I think, was 25k. Informed repair was like 20k. I sold him for about 32,000 coins. So that was our best pull so far. Eric Bailly is the best player that we've packed so far, which says a lot really for my pack luck, really. But yeah, 45,256 coins. So on screen now, guys, you can see footage of an online single match that I captured earlier for you guys. Reason is, firstly, 2 reasons. I just, for a bit of gameplay for you guys to, enjoy and watch while I talk to you about how bad that was at FIFA this weekend. And also the fact that on my channel, the 2 online games that I've shown on my channel kind of before, both games I've ended up losing. Like the first one, I did a draft last year, a fiery FUT draft, and I lost in the first round. And then against AJ3 FUT Champions, we also lost that game as well. I think the only game I've actually shown myself winning was 2 offline games against the AI. So this is an online single match game. Will I win the game? Who knows? Hopefully, sit back, relax, and enjoy this gameplay and see if this is going to be my first online win that is going to be seen on my YouTube channel. We came out actually against a a standard side. He had Bailly, Rose, and Lucas. It was a decent team. But anyway, let's get into talking about my weekend league performance. Now, last week was my first kind of FUT Champions weekend league, and if I'm being perfectly honest, like on FIFA 18, I wasn't really knowing what was going to happen. Like, I didn't really know what to expect because I haven't played Weekend League since April, so May, June, July, August, September, like 6 months, 7 months since I've last played the Weekend League. And in FIFA 17 I think I played 5 Weekend Leagues on FIFA 17, and I feel like I'm better on FIFA 18 than I am on FIFA 17, so I didn't really know what to expect. Last week we got ourselves 17 wins, and we started really strong, and I was really, really confident. But I think also the reason why that was is because I didn't have any kind of, like, I wasn't really nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I just thought I'd try to win as many games as I can and see how well I can do. Now that I got 17 wins and know that I could do it, I really should have got gold last weekend. Like, this weekend, maybe the pressure was on me a little bit more because I knew what I was capable of, and that kind of got to me. Also, there was a couple of factors and contributing factors that already put me in at a little bit of a disadvantage. But all in all, I just played bad FIFA, like, straight to the point about it, talking about the excuses and talking about the reasons that made me play bad. The simple fact of the matter was I didn't play to the level that I could play, like generally. So that whatever I'm going to say next doesn't take away from how poor I played this weekend. But there was a couple of factors. Firstly, time management. Now, for you guys that play the Weekend League, you know that time management is absolutely, like, it's a necessity in, like, FUT Champions to manage your time accordingly. And the reason why that is because you have 40 games, and there's so many games you have to play that, if you start playing too many and start going on a losing run, then, you lose one game, you start going to play another, then you lose another, and it becomes a vicious circle. And I'm really poor at managing my time. What I really should be doing is always say that I'm going to play like a batch of games on the Friday, batch of games on the Saturday, batch of games on the Sunday. It never happened. It didn't happen last week when I finished on 17 wins. I literally just, on the Saturday, just kept playing and playing and playing, through a losing streak, and that is the worst thing to do. This weekend, however, because it was my birthday last Sunday, I said to myself that I didn't want to play, like, any games on my birthday. What happened was I actually made the final 5 games at the end of my 19th birthday, but, in an ideal world, I wanted to play 20 games on Friday, 20 games on Saturday. So I was rushing games, like, left, right and centre first and foremost, which always put me at a huge disadvantage. And really kind of the way that you play the Weekend League, how you start is a huge contributing factor on how things take off. I mean, you always get a losing streak here or there, but for me, like, I always feel like how you start is, like, majorly important. Last week we started on 1-4 after our first 5 games, but then we won 5 in a row, which put us on 6-4 after 10 games. This weekend I was on 1-4 once again after 5 games, but instead of going on, like, a 5-game winning run, which I still at this point was, like, very calm and very collective, we just kept losing and losing and losing. After 10 games we were 2 wins, 8 losses, which is absolutely atrocious for me. Another thing that I would say that I really struggled with this weekend was the level of competition that I was coming up against. Like, last weekend I didn't come up against Ronaldo or Messi once. I came up against Suarez once, I think Bale once. I was coming up against icons a lot and red cards, but there wasn't a lot of red cards that we were coming up against. Like, generally we weren't coming up against many red cards, and we definitely didn't come up against Ronaldo and Messi at all last weekend. My first game, literally the first Weekend League game that I played, came up against Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, Del Piero. Like, generally, that was the first game. Second game, whole icon team. Third game, guy had 3 red cards. And then I think the fourth game and 5th game, one that I lost and one that I won. The 4th game that I lost was, I absolutely battered the guy, and it was one of those games I lost 3-2 in the 98th minute. What a goal from Dembele. I had to dab on the guy because, like, incidentally, I just was recording, but this is a lovely goal. He just pokes it in, and then it just swerves down into the left hand corner. A lovely, lovely goal. But yeah, what happened was the first 4 games we came up against ridiculous teams, and, like, in our first batch of games, in our first Weekend League, the teams were good and were solid. You always come up against sweaty teams, but they weren't, like, insane teams, if it makes sense. Like, we came up against a couple of insane teams, but first 4 games literally were horrendous teams to come up against. And I rage quit the first 3 games. I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually rage quit 12 games this weekend, which is my bad, really, incidentally. You should never ever rage quit any FUT Champions game. You should always stay in the game, because I've been in situations where I've been 2-0 up, they get 1 back, momentum switches, and then you give away. You should always stay in the game, but I just didn't have the time, and honestly, I just could not be arsed to stay in games when I was going 2-0 down after like 10-15 minutes. And I managed my time poorly. I left games that I shouldn't, and you know, there were other problems that I'll get into, but that was a major problem. Like, we were coming up against ridiculous teams, and I just wasn't playing to like the best of my ability. So the fact that I'm not playing to my best of my ability and I'm coming up against these amazing teams, you know, coming up against them when I'm not playing to the best of my ability, it's only going to end in disaster, really. Yeah, but I mean, just the level of teams that we would come up against and the level of players that we come up against, I found it much more difficult this week to opposed to last week. I know what I'm trying to say, because we're a week, like, I'm recording this and doing this the week of like the third weekend league, which I'm taking a break from, but the first 2 weekend leagues I'm talking about, so comparing it to the one that we played on the 5th of November and the one we played on my birthday weekend. So yeah, we were 2-8 after 10 games. We pulled it back between kind of after 20 games, because then we were 7 and 13. We won 5, we lost 5. I actually went on a 4-game winning run, and then I also went on a 3-game losing run, and then we won, I believe, 2 more, then lost, and that took us up to our 20 games to 7 wins, 13 losses, and I think that's how I ended Friday night. Saturday, as you always know, I said last week, Saturdays are always my day that I collapse, and we started Saturday pretty well, actually. We won 3 games on the spin, and I was like, this is great. We were 10 wins, 13 losses, and I was like, okay, this is better, we're going on good form. And then we lost 7 in a row after that, again on the Saturday. And this Saturday was different. Like, I was coming up against, like, not ridiculous teams, like we come up against icons here and there, but I was coming up against the meta teams like the Gabriel Zeuses, the Martials. On Friday, I came up against Gareth Bale, who scored 4 goals in 8 minutes, and I was just like, oh, see you later, I'm out of here. But again, I was just rage quitting games that I was losing, and this is where the gameplay came into, because the gameplay felt absolutely atrocious. And you see it on like posts and forums of, you know, people and even pro players saying that the gameplay felt bad. Last weekend, the first weekend league that I did in November, and by the way, what a goal for my opponent. Absolutely ridiculous goal just before half time. He was a really nice bit of play, and my opponent was a solid player. He matched me rather well, no matter what happens in the second half. But I just want to see this again if I remember. It's a lovely build-up play. Yeah, he goes down the right-hand side, whips the ball in, and yeah, then just fires it past me. It should be better, really. Who's that? Is that Seri? Seri's an absolute monster on this game. But yeah, 1-1. But yeah, you see, like, the gameplay changes on a day-to-day basis, and I just think it was me, but I see so many people complain about it. The gameplay on Fridays feels good, feels solid. Like, you know, the passing is responsive, and, you know, shots are going where I want it. But on the Saturday, the passing was atrocious. Begovic, I was playing out short balls, which I've done over 2 weekend leagues, and 9 times out of 10 they go to my like right back or left back. They'll go straight back to the opponent that they were scoring. Like, you know, the gameplay just felt slow, unresponsive, passing wasn't working, my shots wasn't working. Ever since they have brought out the latest patch, I used to be so clinical going forward, which also meant if I was up against like ridiculous teams, those are half-time stats, by the way, nearly accidentally forfeit the match. I think I must have been playing like a day knockout tournament and I left or something, because it like only carries over if you go to that game. But anyway, I went to the second half ago. But yeah, like, if, you know, like, I was in such a good role. What was I saying? Yeah, I was basically saying, like, the gameplay just feels absolutely just so unresponsive, and it's really frustrating when, you know, after they bring out these patches that, you know, I'm playing brilliant FIFA, I'm being really clinical, and in games where I'm, you know, probably not as good as my opponent, I can still score the chances that I create. Where, like, this, ever since they brought out the latest title update, I've been really struggling to finish my chances. And when you're absolutely battering the guy on FUT Champions and you don't take your chances, they only need 1 chance, and I make 1 mistake and I pay for it big time. So that was another problem of mine, and just, I want to get better at FUT Champions, right? First and foremost, like, I am a decent FIFA player. Like, I've been playing FUT Champions now over 2 FIFA. Like, this is now my 8th or 9th weekend league. I've had a great goal as well by Human-Son. I've been playing, you know, decent FIFA. I'm in Division 5. I got into Division 3 last year. Like, I know my ability, that on my day when I play to the best of my ability, I'm a decent FIFA player. I'm not a good FIFA player by any means. And I mean, good as he, like, comfortably gets goals. And I'm not, like, a top FIFA player. I think you've got the pro players who get, like, top 100. and like Elite 1. Then you get like top players like Nep, who comfortably gets like Elite each week. Then you get good players like my mate Luke, who, you know, comfortably gets Gold each week in FUT Champions when he does play it. And then you get players like me that get like, you know, Silver 2, Silver 1, Gold, who are like decent at the game. And then you just get the people that like get Silver 3 for average, and then people get Bronze who can't qualify, just not very good, incidentally. You know, so I'm a decent FIFA player, but I want to get to a stage where I'm comfortably getting Gold. I said I could have got Gold 2 last weekend, and I think at the minute my FIFA level is that I probably could get half the wins out of the weekend league. So 20 wins, I feel like I could get 20 wins, 20 losses each week. But what happens is, like, the mental side, that I just crumble and collapse and don't do well under pressure in this game. And FIFA is such a mental, you know, strain on you, and it's so much a mental game that, like, when you are playing FUT Champions and you make one mistake, or you're in a win position and you start panicking, you know, you make silly errors and then you're in trouble, incidentally. The mental side of FUT Champions is something that I really need to work on. But above that, I don't want to, you know, to basically improve, to get better, is to constantly keep playing the weekend league and try and get better and better and better. But the problem is, firstly, the time. I don't want to spend every single weekend playing FUT Champions. Firstly, I could, with videos coming up that I'm doing over like the weekend, like, you know, with all this stuff, you know, going out with friends, you know, trying to, you know, still, you know, do social things with my friends, and also have time just to relax and chill out. By the way, 3-1, we are looking good at this stage, guys. Brilliant, brilliant goal. I want to see, I keep getting distracted by the gameplay. I want to see who scored this. Oh, it was Human Song again. Oh, yeah, I absolutely nutmegged him at that point. That was nice. But, you know, what, again, is the problem, is there's so many games to play over weekend. Like, it took up, not my birthday, but it took up all day Friday, all day Saturday. I was editing in between the FUT Champions rules and the 19 facts about me in between, and watching them. But it literally takes up your whole weekend. Like, the weekend before that, I was literally watching like football, and then playing FUT Champions in the evening. So it literally, I can't go out, I can't do any recordings or anything like that, because I'm literally just playing the weekend league. And you know, with all the gameplay problems and the server issues that I'm encountering, and just all of these kind of problems, it's something that I don't want to do, because it's unnecessary stress, right? But the only way to get better at FUT Champions is to keep playing it, and that is where the problem lies. You know, you've got to keep playing it week in, week out to get better at the game. And I, like, in FIFA 17, I did, I think, I did 1 in December, I then did it 2 in February, and then I did 1 in March, 1 in April. So, you know, and this month I'm going to be playing all in November, and then I'm not going to be touching FUT Champions again until, like, the summer for my FIFA 18 series, which is coming, you know, very, very soon to you guys. So I won't be touching it again. But if I wanted to get to a position where I was comfortably getting goal, which I believe I can do if I just keep practicing, if I keep working on, you know, when I get these shots taken, and not to panic, and just work on my overall game, I constantly grind out the game, you know, and get to a stage where I'm comfortably getting goal, that'd be great. But the fact is, and as you can see, 4-1, we are looking very, very good. Gabriel Jesus is absolutely disgusting. But to do that, I've got to keep playing it. And I don't want to constantly keep playing this game, because it's riddled with bugs and it's stress. Like, EA need to reduce the amount of games. 40 games is ridiculous, a ridiculous amount. And I know people can say, you know, well, you don't have to play it. And I've seen this discussion and this topic, and I want to kind of give my opinion on it, because it's not fun. FUT Champions. It is when you're winning. Like, don't get me wrong, when you're winning FUT Champions, it is the greatest game mode in the world. But when you're losing games, it's so frustrating. The level of concentration that you've got to keep going, you know, for a long weekend, it's not healthy, and it just takes away your whole weekend. Like, I have to say, I'm not watching anything. I have to say to anyone who wants to go out the weekend, I can't go out. Even recording, if I have ideas to do recording, if I'm in FUT Champions, I know that I'm not going to be recording anything over the weekend. I edit in between, but these, like, edits were literally just, I think, actually, to be fair, Friday night, I actually did about 2 hours of editing, but I did that after playing my 20 games, and then did that. So you can, like, use editing as a break, but again, editing, you still have to concentrate and still focus. So you're not having that release of, you know, trying to just sit back, relax, you know, something. What I normally do is I go and watch some YouTube and just kind of put my mind at ease. But again, the problem with that is that to really do well for Champions, you've got to keep playing. And if you're playing bad and you keep playing, that's a bad thing. And if you've got loads of, like, you know, laggy problems and the in-game problems that this game is having. It's causing problems. So basically what I'm saying is that I want to get better at FUT Champions because I feel like I've got the potential to easily get gold. And by the way, my opponent pulls another goal back. Really, really good goal. And again, as I said, solid player he was. It was a decent goal. Slightly miffed by that because I was dominating that save. I thought, just hold on. Let me watch your gameplay back. Actually, you can see the mistake. Yeah, it was just poor defending from my park, and he scores once again to make it 4-2. But yeah, what I'm basically trying to say to you guys is that to get better at it, like I just don't want to be riddled with broken gameplay, and I just don't want to play 40 games every single weekend. I really admire anyone like someone like Nep, who is not only, I mean, he's insane at the game. Like he's 10 times a better FIFA player than I am. But what he does is to play every single weekend, giving up his weekend, and also being able to bring out videos to the study. I don't know how he does it. I really, really don't. You know, and it's stuff like that which is really, really frustrating. And don't get me wrong, FUT Champions, I love the competitive aspect of it, and I love the rewards that you get. But the fact is, it's not. It is, on one hand, it is me just playing bad FIFA, but I'm good enough to qualify. I've qualified multiple times. I've been a quite high division. I've got a good record, and I've been good over the last couple of FIFAs, or decent, shall we say. And I've got the potential to take that next step, but I just don't want to, you know, spend the time playing a broken game that is just putting me under stress that, frankly, I don't need. I don't need this stress. I don't need it. And if I was comfortable getting gold each week, then it wouldn't be a problem. Like some people can play 20 games and get 18 wins. If I was like that, happy days. Like, absolutely happy days. But the fact is, as a minute, for me to get gold, I have to play 40 games and play to the best of my ability. Like, if I mess up, like 17 wins with 1 win off this weekend, we absolutely crumbled with 5 wins away, you know. If I have stuff like that, then I just fall apart. And it's stuff like that which doesn't help me whatsoever. All in all, I just played bad FIFA. Like, let's just throw that out there. I didn't play good FIFA whatsoever. But there are things in it, and you know, there are things that I've been doing that, you know, again, have been making me a better player. But then there's also stuff that holds me back from actually trying to perform to the best of my ability for Champions. So it'd be nice to have a break this weekend. We are going to go again next weekend for the final batch of rewards for November before the monthlies arrive. There are the full-time stats. Dominated the guy really in terms of possession shots. He was a solid player though, so GG to that guy. And yeah, I'm going to end the video there for today. I just wanted to try something different, you know, do a long in-depth talk about FUT Champions, the state of FUT Champions in my perspective, where I went wrong this weekend, and just give you my overall thoughts of the game. Please let me know down in the comment section below if you like this style. It's a much longer video. If you want to see, like, I did rewards where it was just like a 10-minute video just focusing on the rewards and the profit that we made. But then do you want me to, like, play a game and talk to you about FUT Champions and stuff like that? Let me know. Please make sure to leave a like as well on the video. So just let me know. All that good stuff. Your support means the absolute world to me as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. A brand new FIFA 18 series is heading your way, so stay tuned for that. That is going to be kicking off very, very soon. I'm just at the point of about to record the brand new series. Very, very excited for that. And yeah, follow me on Twitter at DJ Bagpuss 1998, and please make sure to check out my other FIFA 18 videos as well. Check out my other rewards, and even though you saw them in this video, but also see the full video to see like the profit we made, all of that stuff. And also check out any other FIFA content that I have on this channel as well. This is DJ Bagpuss signing out. I think I've covered everything really, and I've been speaking for now 19 minutes, which is absolutely crazy to speak 90 minutes about a FIFA game. But anyway, I am going to sign off now, so I will speak to you guys later. And until next time, take care, and I shall see you all soon.
I know you better. Baby, I know no better. Baby, I know you better.